What's up YouTube, it's Louis here, hope you're all well. Today we're looking at Vechain on the daily time frame, one of my favourite coins. I've been in Vechain personally since 2019 when it was first at 1 cent, but now we're back down there. It's actually quite hilarious because in that space of time since 2019 till now, we might be at similar price points, but it actually went from 1 cent to 28 cent and I was part of that move up. So I'm really happy that I was able to get at about 22, 23 cent. Of course, I reinvested at the June lows last year, and it did, of course, go up in the short term from these lows. But again, I did manage to get out of Vechain back over here, luckily. So essentially, I got in around here. I took profits around here. I reinvested all of that over here. It went up to there. Of course, as it was going up, I was investing. But not reinvesting. I reinvested everything I sold, and everything I was adding was new money as we were going up. But my reinvestment was from down here. I think it was June actually, in and around here. And so when we came down here from this higher low, I knew going forward, if we ever lose this, it's curtains. We're going down, bear market. And I was saying that over on Bitcoin. And in January, when we lost it, December, January, that's where I got out of Vechain as well, just before we started revisiting and me heading back to break even, of course. Now, a lot of people, they join crypto around over here or over here. So their perception, of course, on Vechain is going to be that it's a shit coin. But there you go. It's all dependent on your entry. I entered way back here. Of course, we're at basically the same price again. But I was part of that journey up to that price, and I did take profit high, reinvest lower, went up higher. I managed to get out around here completely, started reinvesting between here, and then as soon as we lost the low, I pulled out that money again because I knew, okay, we are going to continue lower. Even if we go up, it's very short term. It's a trick, it's a scam. Not Vechain, the pump is a scam because again, we made a lower low, lower than this low back in this accumulation range starting from May. I was saying that with this 2 cent higher low over here, can you see this is higher than this? With this 2 cent higher low, we can't lose this at all costs. As long as we're above this, we're going to have chances of going up. We had our chances and we started forming a bullish crossover here. So we're having our chances at breaking out. We were giving out loads of free trades on the channel back here. If you took this trade on the channel completely free from the breakout to the target, it was about 20% without leverage, completely free on the channel. Amazing. If you were still here and you didn't really get what I meant by that trade back then I can of course teach it. If you want a 50% discount, private message me over on my Twitter. The link is underneath this video. Click on that, take it to my Twitter, private message me. Louis, I want the 50% discount. Here you go. You can apply that to the course that will teach you from zero knowledge into having all the information that I have currently. And yeah, what you see, the analysis that I do, the explanations, they're all in the course. If you want me to sit with you one-to-one over 10 separate Zoom calls, 10 hours of Zoom calls, then I can sit down with you. But that's going to be a little bit more, of course, yeah, because I'm taking the time out of my trading. But zooming in back to the daily time frame over here, again, with this lower low, the expectation is eventually, even if we pump, it's a scam pump, it's a fake pump, it's a bull trap, because we were saying at all costs can't lose this. The moment you lose it, it's not even about reclaiming it. I don't even care if we reclaim 2 cent anymore. It's not about that anymore. It's about taking out this high where the capitulation began. So for me to start thinking Vechain is bullish again, I need to see us taking out the capitulation high over here for the FTX event, 2.8 cent, as well as this range high. Can you see this is the range low and this is the range high? And technically we were getting rejected here to find support, to break it and then head to the range high. But still, we would have got rejected 100% from there and then could have caught support there or back to the range lows. No one knows. It's all step by step. But as we were coming down and we said we need to hold this newly formed bullish cross as things were starting to move for Vechain after doing nothing for 5 months, 6 months, it started to get moving just like Elron and Bitcoin, but unfortunately hammered down by the guy Sam Bankman-Fried, whatever his bloody name is. He's actually got arrested in the last days, and that gave Bitcoin a rally, and also Vechain, which was this demand candle. If we zoom in right now, this was actually SBF getting arrested in the Bahamas, and the direct next day, which was yesterday, was our fundamental news event. We were pumping into the fundamental news event, but of course it was not Yeah, but of course, we've of course gone down since that fundamental news event, and this makes sense because we bounced off this demand zone. If you remember, we were on the 4-hour time frame explaining why this was such a good trade. We were explaining it on Bitcoin, the exact entry point on Bitcoin, but heading over here to Vechain with this push up into here, we can see we're just bouncing between our demand and our supply. If we reach this demand, we should go to supply. If we reach the supply, we should go back to the demand zone. You can see this lower high, lower than that high, and now a lower low. We're still currently holding it, but we have lows with bodies and wicks. This body being lower than that, this wick being lower than that. However, you are still within this demand zone. And again, as long as we are holding this as support, the expectation is to go up. But if we zoom out now and go to the daily time frame, yeah, we need to wait for a daily candle close below this wick here, 1.78 cent. And this would signal continuation further to our head and shoulders patterns target that we've got from over here. Put that on the breakdown. Again, we validated this pattern and confirmed it as resistance. This previous support now is resistance here. So the expectation is we come down to here. It's just in the short term, I wish we could go down in a straight line. That's not the truth. In the short term, you have to have these pullbacks, and these pullbacks, we can still go up high because again, we haven't lost the demand zone. We're at it right now. We can still go up one more time, but understand, even if we go up, eventually this will roll over. I'm going to get you some new fibs right now. Although the golden pocket is all the way up here, the reason it's up there is because I've measured the entire FTX capitulation as of now. Not necessarily complete, but from the high to the low, it's given us this golden pocket over here. Essentially, we could get pulled towards this like a magnet, just like this, where we've come down and then we're reaccumulating to go into this, have like a quick momentum push over here. You know, we're accumulating, going slowly, and then a big green candle, trick everyone to thinking we're going up, and then hammer time. That's my expected move. However, you can see at the moment we haven't got up to that because we're constantly rejecting the 382 fib, and you don't actually have to go beyond the 382 fib. You can just stop there. It's just the golden pocket is the most retraceable, so it just means that most of the time it comes to these orange gold or gold values, but it can just stop at the 382. It well and truly can. And so as we pump towards the 382 and we start getting rejected and we actually put a lower low, lower than this, I'm going to measure from the 382 to the low. Going to get rid of this older Fibonacci and use this more recent one, and we can see at the top of our supply zone or at our resistance of this range, we can see the golden pocket. And when we place our fibs, we usually draw a golden box through our golden pocket. So we didn't need this gold box. We already originally had a resistance, which was once support, now being used as resistance. So I'm just getting more confluence, just a further confirmation that this is a key area of resistance. This is an area, as we can see, that we've been struggling to break through for multiple consecutive days and weeks. So the expectation is, okay, why are we showing weakness here? If this was bullish, do you understand? So it's showing weakness because this is technically bearish. Let's push back down into this demand zone, which we haven't tested so many times. So that means I believe that this can still bring strong reactions from here, and this strong reaction could potentially push us through this to create the reversal wave. Because what should have really happened here is push, exhaust into the golden pocket, and then roll over and lose this low. This is what I'm personally waiting for. But I can't lie to you guys, I cannot ignore what is staring at me to the left, because remember, looking to the left, structure leaves clues. If you want all these tips and tricks, it's all taught in my course or my mentorship. And if you private message me, again, for a discount, I can give you a 50% offer on the course and a further discount on the mentorship. You just need to hit the link underneath this video, head over to my Twitter and private message me there. If you wanted to do that mentorship, again, it's going to be a little bit more, but I only have 2 slots because it does take me a couple months, few months to actually finish off these sessions. You do get the course included, so you'll be learning off the course as well as doing 10 hours of work with me one-to-one. And yeah, you should be a self-sufficient trader by the end of it. Have all the tools to go ahead and become one. Have all the tools that I do. And all the analysis that I do in my videos is what's taught either in the course or the mentorship. But yeah, again, we can't ignore what's staring at us. Look to the left, structure leaves clues. And so from here, I'm anticipating this is demand. We haven't actually been here many times. So the fact that we've been hovering around here, it's getting weaker and weaker, the resistance. When we're testing something multiple times, it's getting weaker and weaker because we're not getting instant reactions. We're getting instant reactions from the bottom. So the anticipation, that expectation is to pump one more time into this supply zone over here. But can we break through and flip it into demand zone and actually head up? This would be nice. But again, even if we did this move, this potential double bottom breakout and come back up and climb up towards 2 cent, it's all corrective. Understand that. Yes, we can go down if we break below this demand zone. We can go down straight from here because we've done our retracement push, exhaust into the golden pocket and continue lower. But if we find support within this demand zone, this green box at the bottom over here, if we find support there, then we could be seeing a push like this to actually flip this area of resistance of supply into an area of support / demand to push one more time into 2 cent. But again, understand 2 cent is a resistance. You should continue down anyway. So we could be going up one more time to go down, or we could just be going down now. It's all about this demand zone, this price point of about 1.78 cent. Check that out for the daily candle closes. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Like, subscribe and comment, and peace.